How to make a parachute. Why is this so small? How to make it bigger? Huh? Oh, basic. That one. Okay. Everyone ready? We are going to make a parachute. Have a look at the video.
Did you ever wonder how a parachute works? Here we are about 10,000 feet up in the air, ready to take one giant leap for science. 1, 2, 3, and... Right now we're really falling fast. In fact, at about 100 miles per hour, you could say we're plummeting. The reason why we're falling so fast is the Earth's gravity has a hold on us, and it's pulling us down. In our position, the best way to counteract the effects of gravity is to pull the ripcord on your parachute. See, as the parachute above us expands, it catches air, and the force of that air pushing against our parachute creates a lot of air resistance. As you can feel, the air resistance is really strong. So much so that it equals the pull of gravity, and the two cancel each other out. We're still heading to Earth, but instead of plunging downward at 100 miles per hour, we're softly floating through the sky at a speed of around 10 miles per hour. So even though we jumped at 10,000 feet, thanks to air resistance, our landing feels more like we jumped off a 4-foot wall. Thanks for diving into air resistance and gravitational pull with us today. This has been presented by Bayer Corporation's National Science Education Program. Making science make sense.
Okay, so now it's activity time. What do we need to make a parachute? We need tissue paper or a plastic bag. Simon Teacher's got a small little plastic bag. We need a pair of scissors. We need a ruler. We need tape. We need a hole puncher. I don't know, will you have that, but we need twine and a small non-breakable action figure or miniature doll that may be dropped on the floor. If you don't have that, you can use a piece of clay, a small wooden block, or a measuring spoon. The location where you're going to drop your parachute, you're going to drop it from the second floor, balcony, or open staircases. Okay. So these are the things that you need for the parachute. Now, how do we do it? To make the canopy for the parachute, cut a 30 by 30 centimeter square, 12 by 12 inches out of tissue paper. Or we can use a plastic bag, which is more convenient. More easier, I think, is to use a plastic bag. And what we do, we reinforce the corners with the tape. And we punch a hole in each corner. Then we take 4 strings. We cut each 30 centimeters. So we need 4 of them. And we can tie them. We don't need to punch any holes. We can tie them. on each corner. You see, 1, 2, 3, 4. And they are all connected to our action figure. You see, to one of these action figures. Once we have done that, we have built ourselves a parachute. You see, it's working. Wow. You see, you can cut the paper, but I would use a plastic bag. It's more convenient. Okay, sorry. So if we're using a piece of paper, we are reinforcing the corners. That means we are putting we're putting glue, sticky tape, sorry, to make it stronger in the corners. Then we are punching 4 holes. If you haven't got a punching machine, you can use something else to make a hole. Example, you can use a sharp pencil to make a hole. And that's not dangerous. And like I said, we cut 4 strings, 30 centimeters. And then we tie the strings to the canopy. We tie them, you see, to the paper, we tie them there. We tie each corner. And we attach a figure. We find a figure and we attach it to the 4 strings. And then what happens now? We are testing our parachute. You can try different shapes and sizes and materials to make the parachute. Not easy to read. There you go. Now you've seen how to make a parachute.